Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Ela Agarkar, and today's topic is dielectrics and polarization. First of all, we will see what is meant by a dielectric material. Dielectric materials are the special type of electrically insulating materials. Their main property is not to conduct the electricity but to store the electrical charges. These are the materials having permanent electric dipole moment. Now the question is, what is electric dipole and what is electric dipole moment? To understand this, here we can say that electric dipoles are analogous or similar to a magnetic dipole. And that's why electric dipole is an entity in which there is equal positive and negative charges separated by a small distance. As shown in the figure below, here you will find that the charges plus q and minus q separated by a small distance x will be nothing but an electric dipole. So the dipole moment mu will be nothing but the product of magnitude of either one of these two charges and the distance between the two charges. So mu will be equal to q multiplied by x, and the unit obviously will be coulomb meter. All these dielectrics, as explained earlier, are the type of electrical insulators, and therefore their main function is not to conduct the electricity but to store the electrical energy. This property of the dielectric materials is used in many electronic instruments where the energy storing is required, like your computers, mobile phones, calculators, and so on. The examples of dielectrics: some natural dielectrics are glass, mica, water, many polar molecules, while the artificial dielectrics are a large string of ceramic and compounds like barium titanate, lead titanate, and so on. All the dielectric materials are characterized by dielectric constant. Dielectric constant is known as the relative permittivity. Any dielectric material will have the permittivity which is known as absolute permittivity epsilon. While if that is air or free space, the permittivity of that is represented by epsilon naught, which is a universal constant given by 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12 coulomb square per meter square. For any material medium, dielectric constant is defined as the relative permittivity, that is the ratio of absolute permittivity of the medium to the permittivity of free space, that is epsilon divided by epsilon naught. Each and every dielectric material is characterized by the dielectric constant, which will be a unitless or dimensionless quantity. Another important parameter that is used to describe the dielectric material is electrical flux density D, which is also known as electric displacement vector. It is defined as the amount of charge flowing per unit area of the dielectric. Electric flux density D at any point in the material medium or in the free space is directly proportional to the strength of electric field in that medium. It is given as D is equal to epsilon naught E. But if there is a material medium of dielectric constant epsilon, then the electric displacement vector D in that material medium will be given by D is equal to epsilon E. Thus we can see here that this flux density vector D not only depends upon the applied electric field, but it also depends upon the type of dielectric material used over here. The next important factor that is used to describe a dielectric material is electric polarization. Now, all the dielectric materials are having the atoms, and these atoms possess a dipole moment. Now, each and every atom behaves as an electric dipole with a certain value of dipole moment. And hence, in case of a dielectric, you will find that there is certain net dipole moment present in the dielectric material. Polarization of a dielectric is always defined as the total dipole moment per unit volume. Now, when you apply the electric field, you know that the dipole moment of that dielectric increases and hence also the polarization increases. So, polarization of the dielectric is directly proportional to the applied electric field up to a certain limiting value, and hence polarization is equal to alpha E. This constant of proportionality alpha is known as polarizability constant. It is a measurement of ability of that material to get polarized. Now, further, we are going to see the types of polarization. The relation, mathematical relation for polarization can be given by P is equal to epsilon minus 1 divided by 4 pi multiplied by E. So polarization here not only depends upon the applied electric field but also on the type of dielectric material. Now, the source of the dipole moment. The polarization or the dipole moment can be created because of two sources. The first is electrons and second is atoms or molecules. The displacement of electron cloud with respect to the positive charge center in the nucleus due to the influence of external electric field will produce the electron polarization. Now the simple meaning of this is when you apply the electric field, the electron cloud moves away from the positive charge center, and because of that the dipole moment will be induced in the material and also the polarization. This type of a polarization is known as electron polarization. Now here the atoms or molecules or ions of a dielectric, if they are displaced due to the applied electric field, that again can give rise to a polarization. Such type of a polarization is known as atomic polarization. In both these cases, you will find that on emission of electric field, the charges, either the electrons or the atoms, they move from their position and deformation is produced in the material which will give rise to the polarization. That's why these are known as deformation polarization. We will see now in short what is electronic polarization. In the absence of electric field, you can see here that positive and negative charge centers are coinciding. But when the field is applied, you can see that the charge centers are quite separated and there is a distance between these charge centers which will give rise to the dipole moment and polarization. This is known as electronic polarization, which is occurring due to the motion of electrons. Second type of polarization is orientation polarization. This is observed only in case of polar dielectrics. Here, in case of polar dielectrics, you can see that each and every atom behaves as an electric dipole which is having permanent dipole moment even in the absence of external electric field. But in the absence of electric field, all these dipoles are randomly oriented and therefore there will be no net dipole moment. But when the field is applied, all these dipoles orient themselves in the field direction and there will be certain total net dipole moment and polarization. This polarization is known as orientation polarization. The next type of polarization is ionic polarization. You can see that the electric here consists of positive and negative atoms, ions. In the absence of electric field, you can see that all the ions are randomly oriented. But when the field is applied, all the negative ions move in the direction opposite to the electric field, and all the positive ions move in the direction of electric field. And you can see here that there is a net dipole moment and polarization due to the movement of these ions. So that's why this polarization is known as ionic polarization. Further, we are going to see two types of dielectric materials, which are polar and non-polar dielectric materials. The net dipole moment or polarization will be caused because of the non-polar dielectric and polar dielectric materials. What is a non-polar dielectric material? It is the one in which the atoms or molecules do not possess permanent dipole moment. It means that in the absence of external field, positive and negative charge centers are coinciding. When the field is applied, then and only then the charge centers get separated and there will be the polarization that is present. This polarization here is represented by P alpha. Now the second type of dielectric materials, polar dielectric materials. These are the ones in which even in the absence of external electric field, you will find that positive and negative charge centers are separated. So when the field is applied, all these charge centers, all these atoms, they will orient themselves in the field direction, and there will be a large value of net dipole moment and polarization. Such dielectrics in which there are the atoms are having permanent dipole moment even in the absence of external field are known as polar dielectrics. So total polarization can be because of the component of non-polar dielectric moment and polar dielectric moment. That's all for today. Thank you.